Yeah.
You know, I was looking at that. What's that crazy lady's name? Laura Loomer, the lady that jumped Nancy Pelosi's fence.
Oh, yeah.
And she camped out on her yard. You know what made me think? Like, how the fuck's Nancy Pelosi own that house? Where's she getting all that cash?
Yeah. What's her net worth now? A couple $100 million?
Really?
I forget.
To do what? Is she in business?
She came from a hardcore political family in Baltimore, I think. And
there's so much dirty money out there.
She's been doing.
What?
$100 million? I was way off.
Us. She's worth $100 million?
Estimated, but that's like I don't know if it's one of those online net worth.
$100 million.
Bullshit.
Where does she get her money from?
Wow.
Maybe
you know what? Maybe she's good at just
background, Jamie.
keeping her per diem. She doesn't spend her per diem or stipend.
The per diem.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's her her annual salary? Well, she just started getting it for this job.
Wouldn't it be
$450,000?
Wow. No, that's the net worth of average net worth or median net worth of congresspersons.
Okay.
Congressperson. So it can't be anything higher than an SIS something. So it's probably not more than 180 something.
It's all her good work she did with the Clinton Foundation.
Oh, Speaker of the House gets $223,000.
$200,000. She's worth $100 million. What in the holy fuck is that? How is that?
And she does have a big wall around her place.
Yeah. Not enough to keep Laura Loomer's not an athlete.
She vaulted right over that son of a bitch.
It's not like she's a parkour athlete. How the fuck did she get over that?
Didn't she show up with some illegals, illegal immigrants or whatever, undocumented workers, whatever we use?
She chained herself to Twitter. I know she did that too. That broad's.
That's right.
She's going hard for attention. It's very interesting when these people just try so hard to make it into the news.
Yeah, well, they're looking for a contributor slot. They're looking for on one network or another. I think that's what they're doing. You have to nowadays. I think at least my theory is anyway. If you want to be a paid contributor for a network, it doesn't matter which network, you got to stake out a position that involves some crazy, right? You've got to be like you either be all in for President Trump or you got to be all out. Right?
Yeah.
If you live in the center, that ain't happening. Right? Nobody wants to hear from anybody in the middle. Because that shit's not picking up the ratings at all.
No one wants reasonable middle right now.
No.
The only time that I think reasonable middle would ever work out is if the two ends are so fucked up and they're fighting so hard on the opposite ends. Like someone's like, God, surely there's got to be a reasonable middle. And then someone comes along. It's almost like the people got to be screaming for it. But right now, it doesn't seem like people are screaming for a sensible centrist position.
It's like World War I trench warfare, right? I mean, that's the way it is with the government shutdown right now.
Yeah.
You know, Pelosi's sitting over here in the mud, and President Trump's sitting over here in the mud, and nobody's giving any ground. And they're just occasionally taking a shot at each other or throwing a hand grenade, and nobody is making any movement. So, again, how do they stop this shutdown? You can't if you're not talking. If there's no effort, it's not going to happen. So everybody's looking at this right now and thinking, where's it go? It's affecting the markets. It makes us look like morons. I mean, not that others aren't. I mean, look at Britain, right, with the Brexit thing. Look at France with the yellow vests. Look at Germany's having its issues. So, everybody's having some problems, but we didn't need to add to the noise.
John Stossel had an interesting video that he put out where he's saying what this does actually highlight is that there's a lot of things that the government does that really should probably be privatized and we wouldn't have these issues.
Yeah.
Does that? I mean, it kind of made sense to me, but I don't know a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm a small government person. At the end of the day, I think there's certain things that you need to rely on the government for, and one of them would be, of course, national security. Terrific, collection of federal taxes. Okay, fine, that they're going to do that regardless. But otherwise, just stay out of my kitchen, right? Don't, and that's why I've always been surprised. I mean, the Republicans' problem I got with them is, you can't sit around and argue for small government and then try to tell people what to do with their bodies or who can get married and who can't get married. Who the fuck cares, right? Just don't hurt people. Be a good person. Get on with it, right? I don't need to celebrate your lifestyle, but just do it. I really don't care. I don't expect you to care about my lifestyle. I don't care about yours. But the Republicans have always stuck their nose in this, and you can't make that argument for wanting small government and if you just want to step into people's bedrooms all the time. So.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And I think the only reason why they do it is because it gets people excited that they get to run to vote for them. I think
Yeah.
when they take these positions, it's not like these are really having an effect on their lives or it's some moral stand that they must take because God wants them to do it. I think they do it because they think that it's going to shift the poll one way or another.
Yeah.
And it's going to get people excited about them possibly making some sort of a difference that they feel is going to significantly affect their position.
But do you ever get to the point? I mean, I don't know whether that's going to happen, but you would think that you've got the people on the hard right and the hard left. They're not going to shift, right? That's not going to happen. You're not going to move those people. So like everybody always talks about, decisions are made by that small group in the center. Mm-hmm. So at what point did the group in the center finally put their hands up and go, you guys are all fucked up, right? How about a third party that's legitimate? Not a libertarian party because that's it hasn't been working out. But something that creates a little bit of a different dynamic. And we're never going to get term limits, so that's, tilting at windmills. But maybe we get that multi-party thing going that, again, it's pie in the sky.
Well, the
crap,
closest we ever got to it was Ross Perot, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, and he was he was a piece of work.
But remember when he took out he took a block of time, I believe it was a half an hour on national television. He bought the time to explain how you're getting fucked. Yeah. And explain taxes and explain all these different things. And people are like, wait, what? That's how it works?
It's good TV. If you can go back and find it, it's Ross Perot was good TV.
I'll show you what I'm doing here. Here's what we got.
All right, see? That's all fucked up.
And here's where you're getting fucked.